Hello. What we're doing today is going to flush and fill the transmission fluid in a 2015 Ford Explorer. It's got about just a hair over 60,000 miles. And what we're going to do is the suck method. We're not going to flush it out the bottom. Simply because I got this tool that pulls out fluids through suction. I got it, I ordered it online, saw some reviews, seemed to work pretty decent. It's called the Topsider MVP, and it works really well. The issue is that it just takes a while, but it does work, and it works really good. So that's what we're going to be doing. So first, if you are going to do it underneath and have it drain out, take a look at this to show you where it's located. And all you have to do, the difference between that process and what I'm doing, is just take the bolt out, let it drain out, put it back in, clean it out a little bit, and then go on top and do exactly what I'm doing. So there you go. So let's show you what we're dealing with. So if you're going to drain your transmission fluid versus sucking it out, you need to get under the vehicle and on your driver's side in the crankcase, which is right next to the front left wheel, you'll have to find this and then take that out, drain it completely out, and then retighten this back up. If you're going to do a fluid filter change, see this case right here and this seam that's along here? You're going to have to take that apart. And you know what? If you're just a guy in a garage doing this, or a gal, that's a little past my where I want to go ability. So if you're going to just drain it, take that out, drain it, screw it back in, and then do all your work on top. Hope that helps. So up top here is the engine bay of the Ford Explorer. And as you can see, it's the V6 motor, 3.5 liters, 3.5 liter. And if you don't know what that is, I would tell you, go to a mechanic. Because if you don't know what a V6 is, Lord knows I can't help you. But what you're looking at is the air induction system. The filter is inside here, mass airflow sensor. Air goes in there, does its thing. But to get access to the transmission, it's right below here. You can reach down and get the cap and check fluid levels, but for this we're going to remove this section and to get easy access, and so you guys can see it better. So I'm just going to take out the air box and leave the airflow sensor in there, because there's just some clips in there and I'm not going to mess with it. But you loosen that up right there, undo the clips for the air box. Should be one there and one nut right there. Sorry. One under here. And that should be enough to lift this out. Again, it's still connected to the airflow sensor, the mass airflow sensor, which is right there, so just be cautious with that. Take out your air filter, not too bad. And you want to take out this box, which is connected right here. I already loosened these up a little bit. But the tool is just a flathead and this adjustable wrench, monkey wrench. And we are located in Georgia. It's a couple days away from July 1st, and it's hot and humid. Typical, although it seems a little hotter than normal lately, but what do I know? So there you go, those are removed, set them aside. Loosen that up. I believe. Okay, just slides in there. Time to take this out. Not a lot of room, but just kind of work it. Work the problem. Where's it stuck? There we go. Motherfucker. Alright, well, I'll figure it out in just a moment. So once you get the air box out on the bottom, as you can see, it's just a pull-out tab. It's screwed in here. The air comes in through the front here. And that's that. Now here's the access point for the transmission. It's the top of it. And that's the cap. Let's undo it. Take a quick look. And not too bad. Take it out to the sunlight a little bit. Look at that. Yeah, it's about right. So the 60,000 miles that I have on this is mostly highway miles and city driving just around work and stuff like that. But I have towed a very full U-Haul with household goods. You know, about from Utah to Georgia. So it's worked, and I don't care what people say. Anything with viscosity, if you work it, it will weaken over time. So this never hurts. Now be cautious because you need to get the right transmission fluid. Motors, you know, they'll run well with pretty much any decent motor oil out there, but with transmission fluid, you got to make sure it's the right one. There's clutches and things that need to grab and with tension and friction. So get the right one on this. So we're going to start using this. What you have to do is insert this end into the opening. Just kind of slide it all the way in. When it seems stuck, just kind of keep working it. You know, what I like to do is just mark as far as it goes, hold it down, and then kind of compare that to the dipstick. And looking at the dipstick, it's about right. So stick it back in there. It does stop a little short when you're sticking it in. There we go. All right. So after that, what there is here is a clip that creates a suction when you start pumping this, and you got to pump it quite a few times. You'll start feeling the pressure. There's some of that fluid sneaking by. That's okay. And then when I release this, ooh, there we go. Starting to do its thing here. Make sure that's open all the way. There's that section. Yep, this thing's getting tougher to pull on. So now it'll take a few minutes and drain out, and we'll see when it's done. And I think it's getting to the end. It's starting to make some sound, and you can see air bubbles going through. Pumping it a little more. Thank you.
아이고, 이 차를 바깥에 내놓고 아주 그때 타고 흘러네.
뭐가 흘러?
봐봐.
Oh, it's just trash.
바깥에 내놓고 아주.
And seems like it's getting near the end, but I like to kind of move this around. Ooh, look, I got another pocket. Look, there's more fluid there, so go back. Coming out. Oh yeah. There we go. Just continue that process until it's completely empty, or as long as you can get more fluid out. Keep pumping. So once it's done draining, take out the end of this tube. Probably get some drippage, but that's okay. Take it aside. Get that away. And then next, that's when we start filling it up with the fluid. Now, since the opening to the transmission is down here in the bottom, using a shorter funnel makes it awkward to try and pour in your fluid. So kind of use one that's a long one like this. Insert it and go ahead and start filling in your fluid. And don't just pour the whole thing in, because it could overflow, both at the top and then at the bottom where the opening is. So just pour it away. Be patient, folks. This thing takes about 4 quarts when you're flushing it and filling it. So go ahead and just fill it up with the 4, or actually measure what you take out and make sure it's about the exact same amount, and then I'll show you the next steps. So once you fill up your fluid and you stick your dipstick back in there, and even though it's not running, you know, you want to go ahead and at least make sure that you see the fluid on the dipstick. And what you're supposed to do is start it up, run it, kind of put it in every gear for a couple of seconds, put it back in park and let it run, let it get warmed up, and then come back and check it. The thing is because we disconnected the air intake to get to it, the mass airflow sensors won't be functioning correctly and probably give you a fault code. So this part sucks because of that. So you got to put all that back together, go through that process of checking it, and then you got to put your hand under there and then take the dipstick out under all that stuff. But that is what it is. But that's how you do it. Now, earlier you guys probably saw a snippet of something out there that's orange, and what that is a 1969 Pontiac GTO, and it is the Judge. Going forward, it runs and I can take it around town, but it does need some work. So as I do those little projects on it, I'll show you guys, see what it's like to work on one of the original muscle cars of America. That's it. See you guys later. Got any questions, comments, put them in the remarks below. Of course, SLC, share, like, and click. Thanks guys, bye.